The next exercise that I would love us to do together is called single leg slide. Come down onto the mat into your rest position. Feet, knees, hip width apart, long through the back of the neck, collarbones gently open, shoulder blades and ribs soft and heavy. Using the diamond, just rocking the pelvis forwards and back. Doing a few pelvic tilts before you come and find that center position. As if we could get that little silk scarf under our back. Now, there is something important with this exercise, and you may find that your socks are sticking to your mat. If that is the case, please can you go and change your socks? Little pop socks are good, or kind of nice thin socks can work better. Once again, we're going to learn the movement. We're then going to see what our control is like. Start to bring it in with engaging our core and then coming into the breath work. So let me show you what the exercise looks like in full, and then we will break it down and then come back to that. So my arms are going to be down for this, although I tend to practice with my hands here because I like to feel what's going on. So this is single leg slide. So let's all start together. So the first thing you're going to do is, now that you're centered, we're going to see what happens to your center, because this is about you and your body, and we're going to have a little play. So I'm going to keep my arms up so that you can see. I lengthen my leg all the way, obviously only as comfortable. When I'm all the way straight, there's a slight increase hollowness in my back, so I can get my hand underneath. My ribs lift up a little bit, but it's more my low back that's hollow. So have a go and see what happens. Come back, find that center again, and then see what happens with your other side, because we all can be different side to side. So if I really allow that to go down, I've got a really big, I can actually touch my hands underneath my back. I don't know what you can do, so just see how that is. And then we're going to come back to center. So again, it can be a lovely stretch, but that isn't Pilates. Pilates is all about control with movement, trying to stay in this great aligned position. So because I've come out of that, I'm just going to take my time, find my center, check my center. So again, this time I will bring my arms across my chest so that you can see. The next movement I'm going to do is I'm going to lengthen away, and I'm going to stop at that point before I feel I lose my center position, before I feel that my back wants to arch and my ribs want to lift. So that arching sensation creates more space between the small of my back and the mat. It will start to create that tunnel. I was using the diamond, it would be when I tip forwards, so that I start to tip my pelvis forwards. You will notice with me that my leg isn't fully straight, and that's okay. We're all built differently. If I straighten my leg fully, then I lose my center. I'm going to slide back. We're going to stick to one side. So let's all have a go together. So find your center, maybe being aware of what's going on, and just lengthen your leg, sliding it away, and see if you can find that point just before you lose your center. Use your hand if you need, just to check. Maybe go a little bit further, feel your back start to lift, bring that leg back a little bit. And then we're going to come back. We're going to do that twice more on that side. So again, find your center before you move. Lengthen that leg away from you. And just be aware of stopping before you feel yourself lift through the back. You're going to slide back. And again, so keeping the heel in contact with the mat as if you're sliding a marble away, lengthening away, staying as centered as you can, and slide that foot back. Now what's important is, as we're sliding away, we're stopping before we lose that center. And as we slide that foot back, we're still keeping that nice center position. So we're going to change sides. So sliding the other foot away as if you're sliding a marble away, stopping before you feel the center move, slide that foot back. How controlled can you be as you slide back? And again, lengthening away, sliding that foot away. And you may feel that sometimes you go a little bit far. Sometimes you really do feel that you're stopping before you lose your center, but you're just learning. So that's absolutely fine. And again, we're going to do 3 more on that side. So lengthening away, sliding that heel, sliding back. Good. And again, just keep checking your center. Lengthening away. You're going to hear clacks and clicks, and that's absolutely okay. Maybe you're cracking and clicking as you move as well. And then last one. Good. Coming back as if you're sliding that leg back. Perfect. Have a stretch if you need. Find your center. And so we're going to do that again. And we're going to do twice on one leg, twice on the other. And so we're going to keep ourselves centered. We're going to lengthen our leg away. And this time I want you to imagine as you're lengthening it away, stopping when you need, that you're going along a train track and that you're sliding back. See if you can allow that leg to follow a straight line, sliding the heel away as far as you can control, sliding that leg back as if it's on a train track. We're going to keep ourselves centered and we're going to slide the other leg away, noticing if your leg can stay along a train track. Maybe you're noticing your knee wanting to wobble in and out. See if you can control the leg, keeping softness through your body. So just pause, check that you've stayed centered. If you suddenly notice you come back and stopped and you are higher than you thought, actually you can get your hand underneath, it's fine. Just keep rechecking, keep practicing and rechecking. If you notice you came back and everything was really tense, we can call that bracing, and it can be quite common at the start. And as you go through those movements, it's becoming as relaxed as possible. So we're going to start alternating our legs. Now, what's very important in Pilates is from the moment you start the exercise to the moment that you finish, that is the exercise. So it's not just about when I move my arm and when I bring it back, it doesn't matter, or when I move my leg and when I bring it back, it doesn't matter. From the start to the stop, that's all the control we want all the way through. So we're going to go through this bit by bit. So find that center position, feet, knees, hip width apart, long through the head and neck, shoulders and collarbones gently relaxed, ribs soft, centered in our pelvis. Using our hands to monitor, we're going to lengthen one of our legs away, sliding that marble, making sure that leg is going along the train track, and we're going to just pause before we lose our control. With awareness, see if you can slide that foot back, and I want you to pause. I want you to visualize a tray of drinks on your hips. And as you start to move your other leg, are you aware if you rock that tray? Or can you be aware of seeing if you can keep it still? Changing that leg, lengthening that leg, pushing the marble away, keeping the leg on the train track and pause, checking that you're still centered. Gently sliding that heel back as that foot goes down, visualizing that tray of drinks, seeing if you can be aware of noticing any rocking, choosing to make it as still as you can, changing legs, lengthening away again. Now it's important as we move that we're not forcing ourselves to stay in our center by really squashing our stomach or our bottom. We stay in the center because we're only moving as much as we can control. The same happens as we change legs. You may notice that you naturally rock quite a lot, and after a couple of months of practice that will improve. But seeing if you can even be 1% stiller is a great start. And allowing your body to find its own control by really tuning into that center. So we're going to alternate legs, sliding that marble away. Only stopping because we feel we're losing control, not because we're bracing. Sliding back and pausing, visualizing that stillness. And you may start to notice that the stiller you are when you change your legs, that your outer abdominal muscles start to fire. Our outer abdominal muscles are really important in our control as well. And they have a job to do. So you may notice that the stiller you are, the more control you have. And then back to center. Brilliant. So have a stretch. And then we're going to start building that in with our core. And then we're going to go into breath work. So anytime you move, come back into your center. And so the first time we move, this is just about seeing when in the movement you can engage those inner core muscles. And then when in the movement, you can just let them go, and then you can engage them again, and then you can let them go. Just trying to pick up that control. It's quite difficult when you start to have your inner core muscles engaged throughout the exercise. So this is just giving yourself that kind of little taster of seeing if you can do that. So we're going to engage those core muscles, lengthen your leg away. If you need, allow those inner core muscles to relax and gently engage them again as you come back. Pausing, remember that tray of drinks. If you need to let go of your core muscles, do, then engage them again. And then your other side. Maybe relaxing the core, engaging the core, come back. Engaging the core. And as we do this, you may find that you're engaging the core, but you notice that your control has gone. So just recognize that and see with time and practice how you can put that together. Engaging that core, lengthen that leg away. If it's relaxed, just engage it again, come back. Leg along the train track. Watch that tray of drinks, trying to keep to the center as you lengthen away as you come back. Perfect. Keep practicing that. If you want, you can join in with breath work. So we're going to breathe in to engage our center. We're going to breathe out. We're going to lengthen. We're going to breathe in. We're going to slide back. Keeping control as we change legs, breathing out. Keeping the core engaged, breathing in. Keeping the core engaged, breathing out. Keeping the core engaged, breathe in. Can you slide that marble away as you breathe out, leg along the train track? Can you keep your back centered as you slide it back and breathe in? Changing legs, keeping that tray of drink still. Seeing what choice you can make. Breathing out as we move away. Breathing in as we come back. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And last round. Breathing out. Breathing in. Well done. Have a little stretch. And just noticing if you suddenly feel that there is any tension through the body, that again can often be experienced. Just notice where it is so that when you next practice this exercise, you can see if you can soften that area. It will take time. Just keep coming back to this till you feel that you're aware that you stay centered, that you're trying not to rock forwards and back, and that you change legs. We're trying not to kind of rock that tray. Well done.